What's happening, everyone? Jason right here. George is joining me today.
Hey, everyone.
I want to talk about the most boring habit that's ever saved my business, documentation.
You're right. That does sound boring.
It's the least sexy thing I do, and it's also the thing that makes everything else possible. Delegation, automation, AI, none of it works without it.
Okay. Make the boring thing interesting. Why does it matter so much?
Here's the thing. Every task living only in your head is a task that can never be handed off. Not to a person, not to an automation, not to AI. If the only place the process exists is your brain, you're the bottleneck forever.
So documentation is really about getting things out of your head.
Exactly. The moment I write down how I do something, even badly, even messy, it becomes something I can give away. A VA can run it, an automation can replace it, Claude can do it, but only once it's written down.
What does your documentation actually look like? Because I think people imagine these huge formal manuals.
That's the myth that stops everybody. They think documentation means a polished 40-page SOP. Mine is mostly rough notes, bullet points, screen recordings where I talk through what I'm doing, nothing fancy.
So the bar is way lower than people think.
Way lower. The best documentation is the one that actually exists. A messy note beats a perfect manual you never wrote. I'd rather have 50 ugly process notes than 2 beautiful ones.
When do you actually write this stuff down? Because finding the time is the hard part.
I document while I do the task, not after. The first time I do something I think I'll repeat, I record my screen or jot the steps as I go. It adds maybe 10% to the time and it saves me hours later.
That's a smart trigger. Do it once, capture it once.
Do it once, capture it once. If I'm doing something a second time and there's no note, that's a flag that I dropped the ball the first time.
How did this actually save the business, though? That's a strong claim.
A couple of years back, I got sick, out for almost 2 weeks. Before documentation, that would have meant everything stopped. But because the core processes were written down, my team kept the lights on without me. Clients didn't even notice I was gone.
That's the real test, isn't it? Can it run without you?
That's the only test that matters. A business that can't run without you isn't a business, it's a job you gave yourself. Documentation is what turns the job back into a business.
So, where should someone start if they've documented nothing?
Pick the one task you do most often and dread the most. Document that one this week. Just that one. Then next week, the next one. You're not building a library overnight. You're building a habit one process at a time.
That's a good place to land.
Are you an entrepreneur or small business owner who has critical assets online like I do? Your website, your email, your customer data, it's all sitting out there. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Your email and password may already be exposed online without you even knowing it. Head over to digitalmafioso.ai and run the free scan. It only takes a few minutes to get your results. You'll see exactly what's exposed and what's vulnerable, plus you'll get clear options for fixing it. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
See you in the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious.